Hi, this is Harriet Grayson, your host and producer for Community Culture Showcase. And we have a real treat today. We're going to have a musical extravaganza. We're going to have two of my most favorite people who are going to perform for you. And I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. It's a kind of wild range of stuff they have to perform. And John is going to play the banjo, and Tish is going to sing, and we're going to have a good time. So we want to get everybody in the right kind of holiday mood, because we can't let this COVID business make us just stay locked up in our houses. We got to get out a little bit and see the world, just even if it's just to get in the car and drive around your town streets. Get out and catch the snow as it starts to fall, because it's coming soon. So without further ado, please welcome Tish and John Rabe, the banjo singing duo. And they certainly can make some beautiful noise. All right, so tell us a little bit, because you're an interesting woman. I know Tish for a long time, and she has been my Renaissance lady. I mean, there's no question about it. A woman of multiple talents. And there aren't enough of us in the world. So I am one who greatly appreciates it. So Tish, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm always loving the fact that you call me a Renaissance woman, Harriet. Why do I love doing this show so much? Yes, indeed. I am a children's book author, and I own and run my own children's publishing company called Tish Rabe Books, and that's what I do during the day and the week. And then on the weekends, I am the lead vocalist for our band, which is Tish Rabe and Friends. And this is my husband, John, 35 years and counting.
Oh, great.
And he plays bass and banjo in our band, right?
I do indeed.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, John.
Yes.
Sure. I am retired now, and did have a long career in the insurance business, and originally was trained as an engineer. I have been playing the banjo since I was 8 years old, quite honestly,
my gosh.
and
Okay.
do love it. It's kind of a unique thing. And we'll tell you more about it as the time goes on. We have a wonderful family and love to make music together.
We do. We do.
This couple does not look like somebody out of West Virginia, out of the hill country, but he plays with the same enthusiasm as those hillbilly boys. So
It's true.
Let's start
It's true.
with, we have a whole bunch of songs to sing for you. So go ahead, tell us the first
Sure.
song, and tell us maybe a little bit about what attracted you to that song, because there are a million out there to choose from.
That is true. Well, the interesting thing for me is that I got a degree from college in opera. I was going to go on stage and be an opera singer. So I, over the years, since the time I was in probably second grade, would listen to all of the vocalists and fell in love with everybody. Linda Ronstadt and Karen Carpenter and Bette Midler, and especially for this next song, Patsy Cline. And I'm going to do a Patsy Cline song for you that actually, until recently, I didn't realize was written by Willie Nelson.
Yes.
Who knew? I must admit I didn't know that. So our band plays country, we play jazz, we play all kinds of great songs, and this is one we love to do.
Okay, well, here we go.
1, 2, 3.
I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so lonely. I am crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. Well, I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted, and then one day you'd leave me for somebody new. Worry and crazy for crying, and crazy for loving you. I worry, why should I let myself worry? Oh, and I am wondering, what in the world did I do? I'm crazy to think that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying, and crazy for crying, and crazy for loving you. I'm crazy for trying, and I am crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Nice ending there. Yes,
I'm telling you.
absolutely.
Wow. Yay.
So Patsy
Go
Cline,
Patsy.
I mean, she's been gone
Yes.
decades and decades.
Decades and decades, for sure.
But this, what is it that really, is it the emotion behind what she sings?
What I love about this song, and I think it's really genius, I write a lot of children's songs, as you know, and I'm going to sing one for you in a few minutes. But one of the things I love about this is it's such a clear, simple message. You know, I'm crazy to feel like this. You've left me for somebody else, and I'm just plain crazy. It's so simple and so beautifully constructed that I just love it. Also fun for, as a full-time professional singer, it's not that tough. Some of these songs, especially some of the jazz stuff, is an octave and a third. And you really have to be on the game to get way up there and then way down there. So a song like this, it's got such a medium range, you can kind of warble and do your own thing because the melody itself isn't so complicated. So those are things we think about when we choose songs
Interesting,
to put together.
Yep, yep.
We started our band in 2013, and we're lucky enough to play at the Old Lime Inn at the Side Door Jazz Cafe. I don't know if it's cafe, what he calls it, but it's a Side Door
Cafe.
Something, yeah. That's where we got started. And we just love playing at the Steak Loft in Mystic. And we're going to be there on Sunday, December 12th, from 5 to 8 in the bar. And it's free. And we have the most wonderful, wonderful, loyal fans, Harriet. Harriet has come many, many times with her husband to hear our band.
Yes.
So we urge you to come. It is so much fun. And you know, and please, if you do, and you saw us on Harriet's show, come up to the stage during our break and let us know, because we love reaching out to new fans as well.
And for Mystic, it has great parking. I mean, there's
fabulous.
No
Huge.
problem. Parking, it's unlike downtown Mystic where you could walk around for miles.
Yeah, right.
No, right there, nice and easy, big place, can't miss it.
It's very easy. One thing I was going to tell Harriet too is people ask me all the time how we choose our songs, as you said earlier in the piece here tonight. You know, there's a zillion of them out there.
Right.
And one of the things I've done over the years, I do not come from a musical family. From the time I was in second grade, I just could sing. And was so encouraged by my parents. They bought me lessons when they could afford it, and when I couldn't afford it, they bought me albums to listen to when they couldn't afford it. And it's just a wonderful thing to be able to share. You know, share it with our great fans who are there every time we're at the Steak Loft and everywhere else. But this next one we wanted to do for you was my mom's favorite. And I have been singing this song, seriously, since second grade. And it wasn't until about 2 years ago I realized there's an opening before you get to the song everybody knows. Here it comes.
Okay.
There's a verse in the front that I had never heard of.
Oh.
And I heard Rod Stewart do it on his jazz album. And I said, wow, I've never heard that. So in your head, Harriet, while you hear this, imagine what song this leads into. Because I don't know if you'll ever get it, because I didn't get it. But we're going to give it a try. Here we go.
Okay.
I won't tell you the title, because it'll give away the whole game.
You're going to tell me who the composer was?
I'm not telling you.
Okay, all right. Surprise!
Surprise!
Okay, here we go.
Walked with no one and talked with no one, and I had nothing but shadows. Then one moment you passed, and I brightened at last. Now I greet the day and complete the day with a song in my heart. All my troubles blew away when I heard you say, here it comes.
All right.
Grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worry on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Can you hear that bitter cat? And that happy tune is your step. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with my blues on parade. Now I'm not afraid, 'cause this rover crossed over. If I never had a cent, I'd be rich as Rockefeller. Gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street. John on banjo, woo! Grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worry on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. And you hear that pitter pat, and that happy tune is your step. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with my blues on parade. Now I'm not afraid, 'cause this rover crossed over. If I never had a cent, I'd be rich as Rockefeller. Gold dust at my feet on the sunny side, on the sunny side, on the sunny side of the street.
All right. So who's the composer?
Oh man, who wrote this
I
one?
think Irving Berlin.
You think so?
I think so. Or maybe
Well,
look that up.
Irving Berlin is actually a relative of my husband's.
What?
Oh, no kidding.
Yes, yes,
Seriously?
yes. His name was Balin, which
Irving
is
Balin?
well, it wasn't Irving.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's
Oh,
from Russia, and when they came,
Yeah.
when he wanted to go into the showbiz, became Berlin. But in sort of as a family thing to keep that connection, my great nephew was named Balin, Balen, as a play on the Balin family name, which was actually Irving Berlin's actual
No
name.
kidding.
wow.
Interesting.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
So
who knew?
I wanted to add one thing
Sure.
about Tish, Rabe, and Friends. One of the things that we should be sure that we let people know is that we play a bunch of different types of music, from what we're playing now to soft rock, to contemporary country, to the American Songbook,
Yeah.
a whole lot of different things. So just wanted to be sure everybody knew that.
yes, variety, absolutely.
Today we're
absolutely.
playing the banjo tunes because John's here with the banjo, but we have an amazing quartet. On piano, we have Joe Grieco, who lives in Mystic, and on drums, we have Hank Schaefer from Colchester.
Yeah.
Everybody sings. We sing in gazillion part harmonies. And yeah, today we're doing our banjo tunes, but yes, in a show, our 3-hour shows, we do all kinds of different things, you're right.
Right.
That's
right.
wonderful.
It's really fun.
Great.
It is great, yeah.
And
So-
and my mother thought I had musical talent because her father was a pianist.
Oh, boy.
right? So since I was a little kid, she had me do accordion lessons because she didn't want to spend all the money for piano. And then I really wasn't all that good at that. But then when I went to school, you have to play an instrument. So I played something that I could get on the school bus with as little pain as possible, the clarinet.
Oh, jeez.
And in,
Wow.
And in remembrance of that, my clarinet days, of which I was really a terrible musician, I actually wrote in my newest book, Rockaway Riptides, I put one of the main characters playing the clarinet.
Oh,
Of
they
my
say write what you
experience-
know.
Yeah, exactly. My
Right.
experience being a clarinet player.
Got it.
Well, it's funny because we were going to have John explain a little bit about the banjo because you've been playing that since you were little.
I have been playing it for a long time. You know, it's interesting. A lot of people think about the banjo and they think about a 5-string banjo, which you hear like on dueling banjos, and people are playing a lot of notes and that kind of stuff. This one, as you'll notice, is different. It only has 4 strings, and it's played with a pick. Some people call it a plectrum, and it's strummed. And what it's probably most well known for is Dixieland kind of banjo, jazz kind of banjo, that sort of thing. Interestingly enough, it became very, very popular at the turn of the 1900s, 1910, 1920. And it really was the electric guitar of the day. They had no amplification at the time. Like an electric guitar has. So they made this banjo that has a resonator on the back, which tends to take the sound and throw it out front. And as a result, the banjo can be very loud and could actually fill a hall with, say, 3,000 people in it. So kind of interesting, it's history. There's fewer and fewer banjo players now. But I'm one of them. So
Right here, today,
there
right in
you
front of
have
your
it.
eyes here.
And we're going to give you a little bit of an example of how this can be played a little louder and a little bit more of a solo kind of instrument as we go along.
Well, the other thing that fascinated me when I heard this story was you got it from your friend's father or something?
Oh, I guess I should say that. Yes, I got this. My original banjo, my parents bought me from Sears Roebuck, and it was very hard to play, but I learned on it, and it was nice. This banjo I got about 4 years later in 1962. I bought it from the gentleman who bought it brand new in 1935. This is a 1935 Gibson Mastertone. He had paid $50 for it in that day, so he sold it to me for $50, which was a great thing. It was
been a
really
great
nice.
deal, yeah.
And I've kept it ever since. It's in marvelous shape, and it sounds really great. So,
Yeah, really.
great instrument.
Yes,
Right.
definitely.
Also to share, in our band, John also plays electric bass, so he plays many, many different things
Also
and
4
sings.
strings, right?
Yes,
That's got
also
4
4
strings,
strings.
yes.
Harriet, I get confused when there's more than 4 strings.
I think we're at the 4-string max.
Oh,
And
okay.
I think that's where we're at now. I might as well admit it, right? You might as well say it.
Yeah.
So what else is next on our musical
On our musical journey.
Yes,
musical
yes.
journey. We'd like to do a song for you. We have, of course, long life stories, doesn't everybody? But we originally met in high school, and I was a sophomore in high school, and John was a junior. And how did we meet? We were cast opposite each other in Oklahoma.
Oh, gosh.
Oklahoma, where the wind. I was Lori, and he was Curly, and that's how we met. And we put together a band in high school. Now, let's keep in mind, it was 1969, called the Town Dump. You can't make this stuff up. Anyway, so we sang all over the place in coffee houses. And this next song was one of our biggest hits back in the late 60s. So we're going to do it for Harriet and you guys today.
Here we go.
I got the blues for my baby down by the San Francisco Bay. Well, an ocean liner's taking her so far away. Well, I didn't want to treat her so bad. She was the best gal I ever had. I said goodbye, made me cry. Gonna lay right down and die because I ain't got a nickel and I ain't got a lousy dime. And if she don't come back, I think I'm gonna lose my mind. And if she ever comes back to stay, it's gonna be another brand new day. Walking with my baby down by the San Francisco Bay. Sitting down by the back door, I'm wondering which way to go. The gal I was so crazy about, she don't love me no more. Guess I'll hop me a freight train, 'cause I'm feeling mighty blue. Right all the way to the end of the line, thinking just about you. Maybe in some other city, I'm just about to go insane. Then I heard my baby calling me, well, the way she used to call my name. And if she ever come back to stay, it's gonna be another brand new day. Walking with my baby down by the San Francisco Bay.
Get those fingers exercises, yeah.
We were a big hit in high school.
Whoa. You know, it's funny you say that because this new book I wrote is about the 60s.
I know, the
and one of
60s.
the kids, and the kids in there have a garage band.
Oh,
I mean, everybody wanted to be have music. They wanted to get rich like the Beatles.
Yeah, James Taylor. I just figured, we're just going to walk in his footsteps. That's going to be easy.
Oh,
Who knew?
yes,
Man.
absolutely. It was. That was the scene.
That was the scene. We just
Everybody.
thought, give me a piece of cake.
1965, Dylan went electric.
That-
And that
oh,
was
yes.
That was it. That
Yep.
was it.
It was. It's true. I mean,
The
it's
division between
crazy.
folk and rock. That
Right.
was it. That was it.
And the other thing, too, to share with the parents out there, it was before cell phones, right?
Yes.
So my mother died. I just lost my mother in 2014 at the age of 93. But she used to tell the story about I would just disappear with John Rabe in the van and with the equipment and the banjos. And she never knew if I was ever coming back. She never knew where I was going. She never knew what coffee house we were playing in. She never knew when to expect me. But somehow I kept showing up back again. So she figured I was safe. I don't know. But now, of course, you know exactly where your kids are,
Oh,
hopefully,
yes,
but who knows?
Yes, right.
But the other thing to share, which is just, it's a nice time of year for us because as a full-time singer, I only get to sing the holiday songs literally for 6 weeks a year. You can start-ish Thanksgiving, a couple days like right now,
right.
and then like the day after Christmas, it's over till the next year.
Right.
So in our show on this Sunday, December 12th at the Steak Loft, from 5 to 8, you will hear us do a lot of holiday songs because, you know,
it's the holidays.
It's the holidays.
It's the
If we don't
holidays.
it's the holidays.
Dusty.
If we don't know them now, if we don't do them now, we're
never
dead
gonna
till
see-
next year, right?
Right.
So we wanted to, we always start with some of the classics.
Okay.
You know?
Yes.
And this is one of them to get us in the
the
holiday
mood, in the
spirit.
mood,
We're
that's
getting
right,
the
right.
holiday spirit going
Yes.
Well, here we go. Okay.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, and the fire is so delightful. And as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Well, it doesn't show signs of stopping, and I bought some corn for popping. The lights I turned way down low. So let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I hate going out in the storm. And if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. Well, the fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Yes.
Let's snow down.
Yes.
We have an amazing group of friends who come to our shows, as we talked about. Harriet's been there, and they all love to sing along. This is a very big thing for them. They love to sing all the songs, and I'm in a great spot because I'm on stage, which is elevated at the Steak Loft, and I can see the whole room, the whole bar, everybody at the bar, and I can see everybody out there singing. It's hilarious. So it's really, really nice because people know the words to these songs. They've been out forever.
Forever and ever.
Forever.
Right.
But speaking of songs that has not been around forever,
Oh,
how's
yeah.
that for a segue?
Yes.
For those of you who know about my work, I'm available. My website is tishrabe.com. You'll find out more about all the books I write and the songs and everything else. But I've written a lot of children's songs. And at one point, I was working with a composer, my friend Bruce Zimmerman, and he's Jewish. And I got an email, a one-line email from him. We wanted to write a holiday song. And he sent me a one-line email that said, what if one of Santa's reindeer was Jewish? And I've been in creative since high school. And I remember looking at it and going, now that is really funny. And we were working in a club in Manhattan. We were singing in New York City, and the manager of the club's name was Bernie. So in honor of Bernie, and in honor of having a Jewish reindeer with helping Santa out, here it is for the first time. I think, have we ever sung this on television? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Is Bernie Blitzenstein, the Jewish
And
reindeer?
you know now is Hanukkah.
That's right. Was it
This
yesterday
is-
it started?
Started Sunday night.
Sunday night.
So 8 days of Hanukkah. So we definitely want to hear this song.
You got to hear this song.
Yes.
So Bernie Blitzenstein,
The Jewish reindeer is ready to go. Here we go. And you saw it here first, right here with Harriet's show.
Here it goes.
It's time again for Hanukkah and Christmas. Soon it may begin to snow. But when you think about Christmas, there's something you may not know. When all of the other reindeer are busy shopping at the mall, who's that special reindeer that Santa always calls? He's got a great sense of direction. He doesn't have to guess. He gets to all the houses right on time, and he doesn't need a GPS. It's Bernie Blitzenstein, the Jewish reindeer, and it may not be hard to believe. Since he celebrates Hanukkah, he's always available on Christmas Eve. He's happy to perform a mitzvah. He thinks it's lots of fun. He gets all the toys to all the girls and boys, and he won't stop until he's done. One Christmas Eve not long ago, Rudolph had the flu, but Santa didn't panic. He knew just what to do. He called our special reindeer to step in and pull his sleigh. Bernie's always saving Christmas, even though it's not his holiday. He's got a great sense of direction. He doesn't have to guess. He gets to all the houses right on time and doesn't need a GPS. It's Bernie Blitzenstein, the Jewish reindeer, and it may not be hard to believe that since he celebrates Hanukkah, he's always available on Christmas Eve. He's happy to perform a mitzvah. He thinks it's lots of fun. He gets all the toys to all the girls and boys, and he won't stop until he's done. This Christmas Eve you might see Bernie and all his friends. If the special reindeer might save Christmas again, he might save Christmas again.
Well, I hope you press that record because we get plenty of places to show it at.
It's it. You know, we crack them up every time. Who knew? Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Bernie Blitzenstein,
Yes,
I'm just waiting for it to get on the radio. So far, it's been a little slim, but maybe it could
No,
happen.
but
And now we're on TV. That's something, right?
Yes,
That's good.
exactly. This is a great song. You know, Adam Sandler's made fun with great.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
you see?
see?
Adam
What-
Sandler. Let's give
Yes.
him a call.
Yes,
I don't know.
absolutely. Absolutely. Let me
Somebody
see.
must know how to get in touch with him. Oh, man.
That's
Isn't
very
that
cute.
hilarious?
Yeah, it is.
It's
Absolutely.
so
That's a fun thing.
Oh.
And for all those who don't know what a mitzvah is,
Yes, please. I was going to ask you to explain.
well, it literally means commandment, but generally it's seen as doing the right thing. So that's actually, there's something like, we're Jews, we have to follow some rules. There's something like, and anybody who's religious will come and give me a hard time about this, something like 500 mitzvahs.
Oh.
And these are commandments you're supposed to do from the most small to like don't kill anybody, you know, so it goes, the range is huge.
That's a range. That's a range.
Yes.
He's just pulling Santa's sleigh. We're keeping this kind of on the low end here.
Yes, exactly. Well, it might be higher up.
Could have been higher up. I
Yes,
don't know.
yes, you know. So anyway,
Oh,
that's
God,
what
that's
that's
hysterical.
That's what that's all about.
So that's Bernie Blitzenstein.
Yes, I love
you
it.
know.
I just love it.
We wanted to also do one that meant a lot to my dad because my dad was a World War II war hero and spent some time as a prisoner of war. So when he came home, and without him coming home, I would not be here
Yes,
with you
of
today,
course, of
obviously.
course, yes.
This was one of his favorites, and it's a lovely lyric because it's about being home even if you can't be home. So we always do this in our holiday show. This is also kind of intro, and I didn't hear this until Reba McEntire sang it.
Oh.
About a year ago I learned this one, so here we go again with these openings.
Can you get that note?
I'm dreaming tonight of a place I love even more than I usually do. And although I know it's a long way back, this I promise you. I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents on the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams, if only in my dreams.
That's
You know,
sweet.
everybody
Yes.
home.
Oh, yes, that's interesting. So she's the only one, Reba McEntire, to actually have the whole.
Well, it's the first time I ever heard it.
Wow.
And the fun thing about these opens is, you know, everybody kind of looks at me. You're up on stage and you jump into one of them and they're all looking at each other going, I got nothing. And then all of a sudden you hit the song everybody knows. They're, I
know that one.
Whatever it is. So we get a big kick out of doing it. And when I find one, either in an old sheet music, over the years, I've collected so much sheet music. And because back in the day, I would save up my money and I'd go to the local music store in our little town. We're both from Needham, Massachusetts, near Wellesley and Newton. And there was a music store right downtown. And I would save my babysitting money and go and buy it. So literally in our basement. I'm serious. And then now we have children who are very, very musical, and
Yes.
they look up everything on their phones. So now I'm like, what are we
gonna
going to do with all of this? I mean, I have song books from the 20s, the 30s, but anyway. But yeah, it's really, really amazing, the amount of stuff you know.
I wanted to say, one of the things that we look for when we choose a song is that there's some kind of difference to it. It's just not a repetitive form, if you will. And so having the verse at the beginning is one way, having a B section in the song is another way, and it just keeps the music interesting. So
A B section is you're starting out with a tune, and then it suddenly goes into another melody, and then comes back to the original tune. We really, really look for that when we pick songs.
Interesting.
A lot of songs are just, over and over, same
Yes,
till the
yes.
end. And you'll notice, especially when you perform live like we do, it does make a difference. People really, really notice the difference.
it does, yeah,
They do.
keeps it interesting.
Keeps their attention because they
Yes,
follow
it
this
does.
and then,
Oh, that's doing something else. Exactly.
exactly,
The other thing, and I urge any of you that you come to our shows, is I also get feedback from our audience about something they would like us to do. We do a beautiful song called "Mary, Did You Know" in our holiday show. And to be completely honest, until our fan, maybe, a year and a half ago, two with COVID, I don't know what year
Before
it is.
COVID.
Before COVID, had mentioned it to me, and I
Oh.
looked it up, and I thought, wow, I've never heard this
Great
song.
song.
So we love input, we get requests, and we really do work on the requests,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to think. I think we're going to have your play band. I think it's a band. I don't know where we
Yes,
are, but I think
we've got
we did our songs.
We've got a little solo piece that kind of shows the history, if you will, some historic songs on the banjo.
Right?
oh,
Right.
okay, all right.
One thing that happened, this is a great example of input from our audience. A gentleman came up to us and said, would you ever consider putting a song in that's just a banjo solo? And we hadn't thought of that, to be completely honest with you all, but we did. And ta-da, here it is.
Yes.
So this is actually kind of a trilogy of songs, if you will, again, way back from the beginning of the 1900s. The first song is called "The World is Waiting for the Sunrise." The second one is called "My Gal Sal." And the third one is "Bye Bye Blues." So without further ado, here we go.
fingers hurt after that? Oh my gosh.
You're so used to it.
Oh, you must
my
have
goodness.
calluses. Oh, calluses on your fingertips. Oh my gosh. Wow,
And
that was
every show we do, that's the final song before the break. We
Okay.
do a long first set. Those of you out there who've seen us many times know that. And then we take one break and then second set. But we play that to end the first set. And one magical night, we looked at each other. It was my idea. I looked at John. I said, we do this every set. Why don't we just do something else? The fans, oh my goodness, my email blew up. They're like, whoa, where's that one? The one that we sang in high school, we have to do.
Yes.
And then we have to do this one. If not, the fan base goes bananas.
Not acceptable, not acceptable. Not acceptable. Not acceptable.
I also wanted to say, because it's so funny, why we named the band Tish, Rabe and Friends, because we put the band together in 2013, and I had my website, tishrabe.com, for my children's books. And we went around and around. Let's call it Starlight. Let's call it, Sunshine. Let's call it, And at one point, we looked at each other and we said, we have to have something they can find online without doing another whole website. So we started with Tish, Rabe and Friends, and then half the time it's Tish, Rabe and Friends and Family, because our kids come and sing with it. But it's a little bit of an odd name for a band, but that is the genesis.
That's all
it's
right.
perfect.
No.
Simple.
Yes,
short.
yes, definitely. Definitely. Well, you got to get that reindeer song.
My gosh. Come on, guys. There's going to be a radio station out there that'll play Bernie Blitzenstein, the Jewish reindeer. Give me a break.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Because the radio station would be doing a mitzvah.
It would. Oh, Mitzi. This is it. That's
now I'm
perfect. We need a radio station that will do a mitzvah and play our song. I love it. I think there's a lot of potential
That's great.
for Bernie out there. And I thought, frankly, between you and me, Harriet, this is what we do. We write books. I thought it could have been a children's book. I mean, he's helping. He's a bit
Right.
you should help people when they need your
exactly.
help.
Exactly. So what's the plans for the next year, 2022?
Yes,
What do you
very
got?
glad you asked. We are booked already. And give us a week or two, but we will have it up on our website, tishrabe.com. There's a tab over there for Tish, Rabe and Friends.
Right.
We're going to be back at the Steak Loft. We are thrilled to announce we love it there. We're going to be playing in June. We always play the Enders Island fundraiser.
Okay.
The lovely monastery out there that helps young men who are struggling with drug addiction. So we always play that fundraiser. We'll be doing that. And if you're ever, in the neighborhood, we're singing in the living room most of the time. I will say and share with you, we got the lovely response when we did what they called in COVID quarantunes. This was not I didn't write it.
Okay.
Where you record yourself on your phone and send it out. And it was not like being in front of a crowd, but we did probably 10 of them, 8 of them, 10 of them. And it was not the same from in front of our little fireplace as opposed to being with a crowd.
Venue, right?
But if it was better than nothing, we
Right.
did it, and we're happy about that. So
I would think that even in my terrible clarinet playing days, that you get fun. You get I found it kind of relaxing.
Yes.
You do it, and
yes.
And you, as a musician, you learn you can start in the middle and then get to the beginning. I mean, there's that. I mean, because I started out playing classical clarinet.
Yep.
That's what I started in school doing. And it's just reading notes is great for little kids. For everyone, we should encourage music in schools because notes are like fractions. And you learn to do stuff by yourself, but then you're usually part of a group.
Yes.
So there's that
The other
kind
thing
of thing.
that's helped our kids at playing instruments and things is if they can play some version of a song they recognize. If you have something they can play on piano that they're hearing on the radio or their friends listen to me, online or whatever, they do pick it up because it connects to something.
Right.
Some of the just really hard out-of-the-box things we tried to learn as kids on the piano, none of us made it. My mother had 3 of us trying to play Chopin and stuff. We're like, yes, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what this song is. So we just encourage, a huge musical family, just encourage everybody to.
And my husband, giving his family history there, he plays the piano even today.
Yep.
I mean, he's
it's
played,
nice.
you know, his
Yeah.
entire life. His mother taught him how to play, and then he took lessons and stuff.
Yep.
And he played. He didn't play an orchestra instrument. He played the saxophone, which is a band instrument.
True.
Which, and that was a nice thing about, by accident, picking up the clarinet because it was small and I could stick it in my backpack, was that it's an extremely versatile instrument. So
Yeah,
you
that's
can
great.
play classical, you can play jazz, you can play band.
Yep.
You know, you can play klezmer music, which is Eastern European jazz. You know, you can do everything. That's a very versatile instrument.
You know, one thing I will say for us retired folks, and it's a wonderful thing to be retired, I got to say, is that music, learning new music, memorizing words, reading tablature, new chords, new scales, and that kind of stuff. Wonderful brain stimulation.
Absolutely,
It's
absolutely.
amazing. It
Yes.
really is good.
Well,
you know,
Harriet,
crave it.
I'll share with you, right? I'm up there and the whole band has music. The only person who doesn't have music is me. So I'm remembering the 290 songs that I'm like, okay, second verse, I got it, I think, maybe, hopefully. I do, but yes.
And here I am reading today. So.
Well, listen, there were fabulously famous entertainers who have been captured on film where they forget the
Oh, yes.
they forget the lyrics, and it turns out the audience knows the
They
lyrics.
fill in, it's true. I've had that happen to me too.
So yes, definitely. So it was wonderful to have you here on my show.
you.
I
So
wish
much
you the
fun.
greatest luck in it with the Steak Loft and any other venues. You could always come back to my show,
Sure.
and we can do a spring concert
Yep.
sometime later, and keep us posted about what you're doing. And definitely, we want to play that rainbow, that
Bernie Blitzenstein,
reindeer.
the Jewish reindeer.
That's a good
He's got
one.
legs, I feel it. I
Yeah,
don't know.
absolutely, absolutely.
We'll see.
Absolutely. And so we hope that COVID is not a major problem for you out there, and that your 2022 is going to be just a fabulous part of your
Yep.
life. You'll be reunited with your friends and your family, and you'll look back at this and say, wow, I was able to live through this craziness. And because there's very few, I don't think there's anybody much alive who remembers the influenza flu of 1918.
18.
But we just got to roll with the punches and be kind to ourselves and kind to everybody else. And if you're looking for that ideal holiday present, it's Hanukkah now, it's Christmas later. Think about Rockaway Riptides, my newest book, Harriet Grayson. I went and used my entire full name. To relive the crazy years, as Tish was reminding us, of the 1960s. I mean, my father had been in the war. My parents thought the world was coming apart. They could not understand it for a moment. You know, with the protestings against Vietnam, and then we had the musical stuff, and part of the story in the book is also based on true life. And one of my classmates who had graduated the year before comes home in a body bag from Vietnam. And, that impacted me to this day, and I have been to the Vietnam Memorial, and I have kissed his name on the granite. So, we think it's a little nutty now, but back in the 1960s, it was also crazy. It was that people protesting a war, civil rights was still very much in play. I mean, we relive history. So if you want to have fun, go back and get my book, Rockaway Riptides. You'll make me a present. And I want to thank everybody for listening, and we'll have lots of great shows. And always contact me here at the station if you have an idea for a show, or you are a musician or a composer or something. We've had lots of musical shows here. We've had play readings. We've had all kinds of stuff. So get in touch with me, because 2022, I'm thinking, is going to be the greatest year of all. And so I want to thank my audience. I want to thank John and Tish. It's been fun.
It's been a blast.
And on behalf of Harriet Grayson and all of the crew here at SEC TV, I want to wish you many, many happy returns of the day, and that your 2022 is more beautiful than anything you could have imagined.
We feel the same way. So